And Labor is so shameless now that, well, I could do a whole show every night about the exposing the lies. What does it say about this government's intellectual and moral bankruptcy? And what does it say about the country that this truth doesn't matter? I'll give you an example again from today. Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek, who cancelled a $1 billion gold mine, by the way, because of some imaginary sacred bee that many local Aborigines had never heard of. Well, Plibersek today again smeared the Liberals' plan to build nuclear reactors, this time posting that Peter Dutton isn't being truthful. Let's get the facts straight. I wish they would. If he wants to deliver the nuclear energy as promised, he'll need 3 times more water than coal. He'll need to find over a Sydney Harbour's worth of water every year. Where's it going to come from? Who will pay? Let's leave aside the gross exaggeration for a second. Where's the water going to come from? Well, here's one possible source, Tanya. It's the same one that's being used for 4 new nuclear reactors in the United Arab Emirates, which just happens to be a desert country, and it's called the Sea. The Sea, by the way, a South Korean company built those 4 reactors for $36 billion. Here you got Labor saying, oh, the Liberal 7, that would cost $600 billion. Joining me is Will Shackle, the founder of Nuclear for Australia. Will, you must be going as spare as me about some of the unbelievable stories being told about these nuclear reactors. Now, let's try and nail one of them. She says they need 3 times more water than a coal-fired generator for, for the cooling, for the steam to drive the turbines. Is that correct?
Well, no, it isn't, because nuclear power plants use water very similarly to a coal-fired power plant, and that's to condense the steam back into water once it's been through the steam turbines. Now, in reality, the actual difference is very small. The actual difference that is being cited by the Environment Minister is because the nuclear power plants that she is assuming will generate more electricity than the coal plants currently in the locations identified for the nuclear power plants. There's a reason why nuclear experts have not raised this as an issue, and if it was an issue, in addition to using larger water sources like the sea, like you mentioned, Andrew, there's also the ability to use dry cooling. So this is really just part of the broader nuclear fear campaign at the moment.
Plus, of course, they can use the water, put it back in, say, a lake or whatever, and then use it again. So it's not like it's gone. Plibersek, Anthony Albanese, Jim Chalmers, Chris Bowen, I mean, just about every Labor MP has got in their little crib notes that are sent to every MP. This is what you've got to talk about. These are the lines of attack. They're claiming 7 nuclear reactors, that's the Liberal plan, 7 nuclear reactors for Australia is going to cost $600 billion. What is the truth?
Well, look, it's really scary that the whole anti-nuclear campaign is based on a lie. That $600 billion figure comes from extrapolating the cost of the most expensive nuclear power plant ever and then doubling it. Even the CSIRO, who many nuclear experts disagree with, say that nuclear would be more than 5 times cheaper. Now, this is from the Smart Energy Council, a renewable energy lobby organisation, and meanwhile, the rest of the world is going nuclear. 32 countries have nuclear power, 50 considering it for the first time. Australia is the only top 20 economy currently ignoring nuclear power. So we're falling behind the rest of the world as these lies and fear about nuclear power continue from the highest office, including the Prime Minister.